Hello, I got Eureka Citra from Treehouse. So all their cans look the same, just the bottom tells you. This one says Citra-licious Deliciousness. And it was canned June 12th. That makes it 3 weeks old, I think, right now. So it's 4.2% alcohol. Treehouse calls this a blonde ale, which then makes it immediately one of the highest rated blonde ales because most blonde ales are not very hoppy and hazy. But you can almost describe this as like a session New England Pale Ale, I think. It would make perhaps a little bit more sense. And I got a bunch of them. I've already had a few of these, but I have not had a lot of Eureka in my life. I've never had the original one, which I guess is Nelson Sauvin, but I don't even know if they make that one super often anymore. There's also a Galaxy one and a Mosaic one. I think I've only had the Citra one, and maybe I had a little bit of the Galaxy one at some point. But it's probably one of their less hazy beers, except for like the Bright series. But it's just perfect for a hot, steamy day like today, and they still managed to get a beautiful thick head. It's not quite as thick maybe as some of their other beers, but it just is amazing because so many brewers who make these really hoppy, super hazy, low alcohol beers, they struggle to get the appearance really nice and get the head looking good. Especially like Trillium Smallbirds, even though those beers are great. Hope they release one soon. They haven't released one, since like February. But yes, Treehouse just they care about every single aspect of the brewing process. And that's how you get a beautiful beer. Just like that. Let me just go a little crazier with the head here. Yeah. And it still has a nice big aroma. Their yeast definitely comes out, but not in a, medicinal, boozy, chemical-y sort of way. It more smells like those candy circus peanuts that are actually not peanut flavored. They're more like a artificial banana flavor, but it's not quite straight up Hefeweizen, German wheat beer banana. It's a slightly different quality. And it reminds me a little bit of like, I guess, fresh dough, but also grainy malt. Which is nice to get in there. But of course there's lots of fruitiness, but it isn't super juicy. They say that all iterations are soft, juicy, and purvey wonderful tropical flavors. A lot of that comes from their yeast and their brewing processes and everything. But it's not like, it doesn't smell like actual pineapple juice and stuff. But smells very good. Still quite substantial and silky mouthfeel. Ultra refreshing. And quite dry too. But if you gave me this and I didn't know what it was, I kind of might be surprised that it's 4.2. Let's see. Yeah, the finish is pretty quick. Very, very low in bitterness. Very, very low in bitterness. I guess it kind of is a little bit like Notch's Session IPAs. Managed to pull off quite a bit, really low bitterness. Kind of sweet. This is probably less sweet than a lot of Notch's hazy Session IPAs and pale ales. But it's not hugely different from Left of the Dial. Use the Citra hops. I think it's single hopped too. It features an individual hop, yeah. So of course, yes, Espresso Feast strain, Citra, brewing it like this, you're gonna get similar qualities. I'm not getting as much like purple drink and grapey sort of stuff from this as I do from a lot of lower alcohol Citra beers. But there's some of it in there. Yeah, super refreshing. Really, really nice. I almost bought a full case of this. I'm kind of glad I didn't because I feel like maybe I could get a little bit tired of this after a while. But It's just so pleasant to drink. Now that I've been drinking a little bit, there's a little hint of like a ruby red grapefruit bitterness in there. It's not pithy and astringent at all, but just some kind of citrusy bitter. And this lemon lime, it's not really, really orange juicy. But it's so strikingly complex because you definitely get doughy, yeasty malt stuff happening and plenty of Citra goodness. And I can't remember how many pounds per barrel they use in this, but it's still a substantial amount. I think the secret is that this comes out to like $11 a 4-pack if you get it when you get this at the brewery. It's like their cheapest beer, and it's definitely worth it. I'd give it a 4.25 at least. And on a different mood, maybe I'd give it more. I'd like to try the Galaxy one. I bet maybe I'd like the Galaxy a bit more. Probably has a little bit more pop and bitterness that I might want in a beer like this sometimes. But if I plan on drinking 5 of them, then maybe I wouldn't want that. Maybe this is a better session beer. But that's it. Goodbye.